Hello everybody, my name's Colin McCrazy. Welcome back to CMC's Inbox. This is where I answer y'all's questions that you send in the Google form down in the description down below. I have it on all my videos if you want to send your own question. We got some Modern Warfare 2 gameplay. I haven't played Modern Warfare 2, I'm gonna be honest, in maybe like 3 months. It's been a hot minute since I've touched Modern Warfare 2. And I actually did pretty well. This was like my first match I hopped on, and I was like, wow, this was actually not too bad. I'm not usually really good with sniping, especially with the Barrett 50 cal, but I know it's a good sniper. It's just the sway is like crazy bad. So I put the ACOG on it to help with that a little bit. So hopefully this is a enjoyable gameplay for y'all. On some Wasteland, it's a little more chill, slower paced match. It's not like I'm getting blown up with noob tubes all the time, like on Terminal. Dude, I can't. I'm just gonna say it right now. I cannot stand Terminal because no matter how much I play that map, people just throw noob tubes all over the fucking place, and then that's why I just don't like the map. Just simply the way people play the map is just bad design, in my opinion. But anyways, that's just like a little spiel. Today's question we got comes from our viewer named GA and goes as follows. How do you have the motivation to keep going in life? I've been struggling lately. I tried doing new things, making new hobbies, but it didn't work at all. I would appreciate if you will respond to my question. Bye, Colin. Your viewer, GA. Well, I'm sorry to hear, GA, that you're not doing so well. I don't know the context of what you're specifically struggling with. It sounds more general, like maybe it's just life in general, but people also could be struggling with trying to be more creative. Maybe, I make videos on YouTube here, and we got plenty of friends that come on the channel that also make these videos, and sometimes it's hard to find the motivation to make a new video or come up with a new idea. You get like artist's block, or you just can't churn out those ideas as well as you think you could, long term. And I got some tips for that as well to help out. So the first one I got is kind of stick to what you know. If trying new things isn't really working out, maybe you tried a different topic for a video, maybe you tried picking up a new hobby where, I don't know, you went rock climbing with some friends and you found out it's not really for you, or you hurt yourself and you're like, nah, I don't really want to do this. It is good that you're trying new things. I'm glad that you are, but if that's not working out, I think sticking to what you know can make you feel a little better about yourself and motivate you to continue doing new things or trying new things while also knowing you have control over the things that you do know, which is great. So, like, for instance, I know how to draw, at least decently well in my regard. I've been drawing all my life, really. And it's always good to draw what's called a comfort character, where it's a character you know how to draw really well. You don't really need a reference for them as much as, like, other things that you draw, especially if it's new. References are really helpful and important for that. But if you have a comfort character, you already know how to draw them. It's really easy. You feel like you can draw them in any scenario, in any way, and it really motivates you to keep going and stick with what you know in terms of maybe like, hey, I have control over what I do know, and I'm capable of learning new things, and it's okay if I can't come up with them right now, or I can't figure out why I'm kind of having this block, but those things are set in place for you to continue moving on and moving forward. Another one is setting small goals for yourself. I feel like this is really helpful. People sometimes get a little too crazy with their goals. They're way too big, or they have too much ambiguity where it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, like how you're going to get there. Like, for instance, like, I want to hit like 1,000 subscribers. It's like, okay, how am I going to do that? You got to break down the steps of like how you're going to set that up. You can't just like have that goal. I mean, you can, but you can't just have that goal and like that be it. Like, you need a way to get to that point. I'm not one to really put a number on my channel. I just kind of make these videos for myself, and I enjoy them a lot. And as long as people comment on them, yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. But some people have, different goals in mind, and it's always good to have smaller goals that you can set for yourself and are really achievable within maybe, I don't know, a few days, a week or so, maybe even a month. It depends what it is, but setting small goals is really nice. And you can set really tiny goals, like do the dishes, like do some chores, maybe make your bed in the morning, or maybe go out and get some groceries because you're running out of food. Just something simple like that can also, churn out some productivity and some progress. Even though it might not seem like it, those are just normal things, but they do add up over time. I promise you they do. Another thing is seeing what other people are doing. This is kind of more on the creative side, where if you're struggling to come up with ways to make videos, or maybe draw something new, or make a, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like like other creative things to do. Maybe you're writing a book. Um, See what other people are doing. See what other people that you follow or like are inspired by. Maybe you're trying to make a movie or something. That would be pretty awesome, to be honest. And you're looking at some of your favorite directors and see what they're doing, and pick up little notes of what they're doing. Don't copy them straight off the bat. You don't want to do that. You don't want to plagiarize. But there's always something to pick up from somebody, in terms of inspiration and motivation. And it could be as simple as like a mantra that maybe a director or an artist gives themselves to come up with topics, or come up with references, or whatever it is. It doesn't really matter. Just something to like churn out ideas, a generation of ideas. It comes in different ways and shapes and forms, and everybody has their own way of coming up with ideas. And I would say mine probably comes from, I would say, just like everyday life, like little things that I see. Definitely other YouTubers that I follow. A lot of the other COD commentators, I pick up little things that they might not say is like the entire topic of their video, but they might say something small in a certain section. And I'm like, that's a great idea. Like I will pick up on that and expand upon something that they said there, which is great. I love doing that. I think that's a great way of like being inspired by other people. And music for me inspires me a lot. It's more inspirational in terms of my art and how I draw. I listen to music a lot of the time. I love music. I honestly don't know how some people live their lives without like having shit tons of albums and stuff like on their either Apple Music or Spotify. Like I don't know how those people live. It seems pretty boring, to be honest. I think music really makes the world go around sometimes. Even though money is like kind of usually the thing that makes the world go around, but music is great, man. If you don't listen to a lot of music, I would recommend trying to pick up something. If that's a new thing for you, then maybe not, but or at least like not right now. But definitely like in the future, like music is just great, man. I love music. I listen to all sorts of genres, and it really inspires me to like come up with the scenarios. Maybe I don't really listen to lyrics super well, but sometimes when I do, that could come up with ideas. Like those are great. And yeah, I just love music, to be honest. I could talk about music all day. Um, and this last one I have it's a little tricky, and I would say like a little risky, because you could be kind of hurting your mental with this one. But competition can be a great motivator. If you are a competitive person like me, I love being competitive, and someone else is trying to kind of do the same thing you're doing in a way, where you two are going at each other, or it could be multiple people, really, especially in like businesses and stuff. You guys are trying to reach the same goals, but maybe they're doing better than you, and you're like, oh, I need to do better, and I need to figure out what makes me different from them, and what I can do to do better. And honestly, most of the time when it comes to that, it's really just like see what the other person is doing. It kind of goes back to like see what others are doing, because if they're doing better than you, then you could just pick up things that work for them and see if they work for you. Being competitive, I feel like, gives you a lot of motivation in life. I feel like that's the most motivating thing, is like having competition between someone. And this could be like, let's say like a friend group or something. You guys are having like a game night, and you're playing Mario Kart, of course, because who isn't playing Mario Kart on a game night with like a bunch of friends? It's one of the easiest games to play, or Mario Party, whatever, whichever one. They're interchangeable. Um, Trying to like I unironically try to be like the best I can be in those scenarios, because a lot of me and my friends are very competitive against each other, and we like to have bragging rights and stuff, and it's all for fun, but it really gets you motivated and try to think strategically of like, what can I do, how can I do better. And you could take that in your day to day, really. You can take that into how can I improve my day, just a little at a time. And I feel like it goes back to kind of like those small goals that you set, like what can I do there, to set achievable goals for myself. So I hope this helped you out a little bit, GA. I appreciate you putting in this question, and yeah, that's all I have for this video. Again, if you'd like to send your own question with your own gameplay or choice of gameplay, I have the Google form down in the description down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!